What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Minecraft here, and today guys another unboxing of another toy. Well, I can say can be a toy, because no matter if it's technology, for me is considered like a toy, something that for me to enjoy, explore and have fun. But somehow that is something that I need. So basically I get a new processor for my computer because the one that I have, it's not that powerful. And the reason why is because since I got the capture card, the 4K capture card that I was showing you in the previous video when I was unboxing the Stream Deck, I noticed that the computer somehow gets really slow when opening Streamlabs and when opening the software, because anyway, I needed to use the Streamlabs for recording myself, and I needed to use the 4K utility capture that it's provided by Elgato. So that basically you can record the game in one side and you can record the camera in the other side. I could definitely connect the camera and just record the camera, but the thing is, with the camera I have a limit of 30 minutes because I'm using a DSLR, and if I'm using the Streamlabs I can record as much as I want, because I can just keep the camera on all the time and it will be recording even if it's for 5 hours. It's probably not good for the DSLR to be on for 5 hours, but it's just an example. I'm just now going to show you the desktop and to show you actually the readings that is at the moment that when I'm using the Streamlabs. I will just swap it and that's it. Voila, here my desktop. I have here the core temp, and basically it reads as the processor, has is a AMD Ryzen 5 2400G. It's not powerful. It's good enough, especially if you are using just the capture card. If you use a 180p capture card, as I was using before, it works perfect. Even if I'm recording, doesn't affect anything. But the levels, when I open this one here, the utility, it goes mental. I will not open right now because it will affect probably my recordings that I'm doing right now, because probably it will crash, I would say. But let me just try. Well, I'm going to open anyway. But I can see here, for example, this is my Stream Deck and tells the reading. So the CPU, it's 24 at the moment. So you will see, if you will actually lose myself, the connection is because of the processor is pushing too much. So I'm just going to open the utility, and after I will close it, otherwise it will affect this recording, as I said. But for you to have an idea, soon as I click, look the processor. It goes mental. 100%. Yep, it looks like that you guys lost me for a second. I'm just going to close it. Okay. I had to close the capture utility 4K. As you see, goes mental, and that's not good, especially if you would like to record in a 4K quality. And I'm not even thinking about the HDR, because if I do that, it completely gets the game laggy. If I will just use the 4K utility, the capture card, without the OBS, the Streamlabs open, it's going to work fine. I record and the quality is going to be really good. But soon as I open the OBS basically just uses a huge amount of the CPU. And of course, when I have the capture card open, when I have the utility open, that will not affect somehow the CPU once it's using the GPU that is from the graphics. So this one here is a 4 core and 8 threads. This is basically the specs of my PC, the AMD, as I said. And this was the one that I was using, the Vega graphics. but I recently changed and I got I'll show you. So I got the GeForce GTX 1660 6 giga. It's enough for myself, to be honest, because I don't play games on the PC, so somehow I don't need a great graphic. Spare is already a really good graphic, to be honest. I was testing with one game that I have, and the graphics, they are really good. But anyway, what I use is PlayStation 4 Pro that delivers the 4K. Soon is going to be the PlayStation 5 that is going to be even a superior quality in terms of graphics. So for me, I only need a capture card. In this case, that's why I invested on a capture card, a 4K one, for me to be able to actually deliver in a better quality. So here you guys seen already what I have, but then now you are looking for what I got. So I'm now going to swap for the camera that is recording in the moment, and you guys will see the processor that I got. So this is what it comes on the box. You will have probably a better view if I will show like that, trying to, yes, so the Ryzen 9 processor. The instructions for you to know how to be able to mount the processor, but if you know how to do it, you don't need to even to look at that, but always I advise, just in case that might be needed. So inside you have the fan, because this fan here has the LED, so it has the color on the top, because nowadays now the processors, they are coming already, and I believe that is at least one Ryzen 7 you have as well the fan that is actually with the color. So let's have a look inside the box. So here it is. Here it is. Don't look to my nails because I bite them, and to be honest, it's something that I'm ashamed of. But anyway, that is not the subject of this video today. So let's take it out, and here it is, the fan, this big beast. Here it is. Trying to, okay. And here is the cooler. So yeah guys, now I'm going to install the processor, and I'm going to show you the step of how can you install. As I said, you probably know how to do it, but if you don't know how to install a processor, I'm going to show you. And after we will see the values between how it was while actually using the Ryzen 5 and after using the other one. And you probably are asking, why did I actually jump to the 9? The reason why I jumped to the 9 is I thought about the 7, to be honest. To get the 7, that would be enough, somehow enough. But the thing is, like with the technology getting the evolution in nowadays, I don't know if I'm going to start playing some games on the PC. And if actually I will start playing games on the PC, at least I'm ready already with the best processor at the moment. Probably in a year time is going to be a superior one, but somehow this one is going to be I believe for a while, because this is a competitive as well with the i9, the processor, the Intel i9, but I prefer to use the Ryzen, and the reason why is because it's better for gaming, for what I could read and for my understanding in terms of processors. And why I know that is because anyway I'm involved as well, not just in the gaming world, but as well I'm an IT in computing science student, so I have a knowledge to how it works somehow. But anyway, here I'm not going to explain how it works, the processor or whatever, because this is a gaming channel and I'm just sharing with you guys unboxing of the processor. I'm going to mount, and I was just telling you, if you for example will be thinking to get to play games in that you own a PlayStation for example, or an Xbox, and you want to record in a 4K using the capture card that I have from Elgato, somehow probably if you have a Ryzen 5 or a Ryzen 3, probably you will struggle when you open the Streamlabs or the OBS. If you just record the game on its own, and if you have the camera recording separately, it's perfectly fine, you can use it, but somehow I want to use the same computer to do everything, because I have the one that I usually do all the streaming and do all the recording, that is the one that I got the processor, and I have a second one that usually is where I play the Minecraft, and I would say it's a powerful computer because it is more for my editing, for other works that I do, but it's an iMac, so, and that it's totally different. I use it separately, and this one is just for streaming and recording. So guys, I'm now going to switch off the computer because I'm recording with the Windows, and I will be just jumping when opening the computer and installing the CPU. So hope you guys have fun, and I will be back in just a second. Okay guys, so I have here my desktop on the top of the table. Sorry about the ring, because you can see the light that here, the reflex. But anyway, it's better to have a good light, and anyway I'm going to get this out, and it's going to be the ring free, hopefully. Anyway, so the first thing that you need to do, if you never done that before, because the motherboard, under the motherboard, I will just show you. I will just unscrew this side, and because I will need this side to be open while doing what I'm going to do. So as soon as you take it, as soon as you take this off, this is the cable. If you see here, this is a plate that is under the motherboard. So, and the reason why I'm taking this lid is because when I will unscrew the fan, the cooler that is on the top of the CPU, that might fall. So you need somehow to support that, and anyway to try to actually keep this on the place. So that's why it's good to open the other side of the CPU. It depends, well, the CPU, your desktop. So the desktop case, let's open that. What you will need is a screwdriver, a Phillips one. Here is the graphic. The Elgato is just over there, but what we need to do is we'll untouch the CPU. So first we need to get the fan disconnected, just over there. So be sure that you disconnect the fan first, and after you will use this side to unscrew the fan. I might use it somehow in some parts, some fast forward, because there's no point to show everything, because anyway you just want to see how it goes. So you might see some fast forward anyway, or fast forward, or just a transition. Okay, so basically the plate already fell. It means that it's already untouched. You will need to twist a little bit the fan for you to be able to get the CPU out. So you just slightly, just like that. I think so I was a bit hard. Hope so that I didn't destroy it. You can see here the paste that you can clean with alcohol. I recommend that can be some alcohol over 70% is the isotol alcohol. Sorry if I actually am saying it wrong. But anyway, I have actually a different one that is ethylic, that is actually 96%. So the CPU is now a bit dirty, but I'm not going to bother at the moment. But anyway, because I will clean it after. You just push this and the CPU will be easier to get out. So that's it. Here is the CPU, a bit dirty now, so I will just need to give a wipe. So now the plates, well, the support is just placed already on the motherboard. And now the next step is to put on the processor on this socket. So be sure that this clip is up, this one here. Hopefully you guys can see it, but this one needs to be up. Here it is, the processor. Just getting it out from the case. And here it is, the Ryzen 9 3900X. If you notice here in the corner, you will see like an arrow. I don't know if you guys will notice, but you can see an arrow. So this part needs to be faced down. So basically, I would say that you need to face Ryzen. Sorry if I'm actually not spelling in the right way. Anyway, I'm not a English native, and it's the way I'm saying it. So here it is. So you just face it towards the fan. So just place it like that. So be sure that it's fine. Be sure that this actually is not shaking. And after, you just use the clip and you just clip it. Just be sure that you click, that you can hear the click, and as well that is not moving at all, because of course you don't want the CPU, especially you don't want this CPU to be damaged. I wouldn't be happy. So the next step is the fan and the cooler. This one here has already the thermal stick under, so it's going to be much easier when you will be placing. Otherwise you need to use something like that will help you to use the paste just manually, if in case that you might need to take in the future or change the the CPU. You just need to use the thermal paste, and you will just spread with the spatula that you have, because you will have something, or you can just put it like a dot on the top of the CPU, and after you use the cooler. Okay, so I already took the graphic, and as well I took the RAM away because it's more safe. And anyway, that was my mistake, that I was already actually going too fast, especially to do all that with all the components around, because you need to have space, especially if you are placing this big cooler, because this is quite big, and the fan as well. So let's do it everything like properly, in case that something gets damaged, and it wouldn't be a good idea for that to happen, as I said. So here it goes. So you can hear the click, so be sure that actually you can hear all that click
and after you just need to use this one here, and you have one clip over here that you just need to twist. Okay, so now it's placed. I was here, like I was struggling actually to push this like clip over here, but don't worry, because actually it's quite strong, and you just need to be sure that you will push it properly until you can hear a click, and that clip here, the level, can be flat, so for you to be sure that everything is actually secure, otherwise it will be probably shaking. So it's all placed. I will just connect these, I will just connect the fan just over here. So it's all done. Just keep all the cables away. So everything is placed, everything is on the place. I'm going now to put everything back. I will just put the graphic again back, as well the RAM, and after I'm going to connect and see if everything is working as it should. So hopefully everything is fine. Otherwise I need to do all the process. I need to take it out. I might need to clean the CPU and as well the cooler. I hope so that doesn't happen, because otherwise it is going to be a nightmare. And for that, it's always good to have these. So be sure that somehow you have these. This is not actually expensive, and anyway keeps you for like long time, and you can use it more than once. I only used once because when I changed the motherboard I had to take the processor, of course, so I had to get this one. So it might, I believe that might be useful for 4 times, I would say. Anyway, I'm going now to mount the computer again, and after you guys will see me again on the PC. So see ya in a bit. Okay guys, so I'm back, and finally everything is actually working as it should. I'm just going now to swap to the PC. So here you can see already, I can just have a look, yeah. So I do apologize on the previous screen, because I could see that was a little bit cut in the bottom, but now it's fixed. I don't know why that happened, but anyway, the first part, it's how it is. So everything went well. As you can see here on the core temp, you can see, because this is a free software that you can download, by the way, it tells you the temperature of the processor, and as well all the frequency and all the threads. So you can see here is the AMD Ryzen 9 3900X12 core, and I'm really happy, guys. I already tried. The first thing that I wanted to actually test it was when opening the utility, this one here, and opening OBS, because I'm using now the OBS, and basically this is what it shows so far. On the previous part, when I opened the OBS, that just went to 100%. That is crazy. So it means that now I can have both open, but somehow anyway it was because of the processor, because your OBS takes quite a lot of the processor, especially as well with the 4K utility capture as well. Somehow doesn't take much processor, because it's the GPU that somehow takes all what it's needed. Sorry, now I was a little bit confused. Anyway, guys, you understand what I mean. So that's it, guys. That is what I wanted to show you. If you have any questions about this processor, as I said, that was just an unboxing, installing it, and just to test it what was before, what I was having, the issue when having, for example, this game that is an HDR game. Let me just click it, see. I can see the level, it's still good. Let me just continue.
But anyway, as I said, this is basically taking it from the GPU, but somehow, of course, if I would, and I'm recording this video with the Streamlabs, that would be already 100%, and that you guys could see the lag could be like stopping, and that was the reason why I was doing this video, to do the comparison between what was before, and if you are thinking to actually play games and record them in 4K, well, play games, you play, if you are a gamer, you definitely play the games, but you know what I mean. But if you would be thinking to actually record in 4K, I totally advise that at least a Ryzen 7. I don't know how the difference, probably would go the levels a little bit higher, the CPU probably even 50%, what is okay, 50 or 60%, and not 100% that actually starts crashing, and that is a nightmare. But anyway, I just wanted to invest in something a bit more powerful, at least gives me already a good processor in case that I would play on this PC more in the future, instead of actually buying the Ryzen 7 and after I would be changing for the Ryzen 9, and it's a waste of money because you would be spending twice. So here am I, and I can see that is fine, I would say. Yep, and I can see the processor is 14. I will just try to keep it over here because this is, I'm using the Stream Deck in the same time, but yeah, but anyway, the game gets it from the GPU. And by the way, before I forget, I will just swap it. Here is something that it's useful, that you should see, that it comes. I will show you, trying to focus. Okay, the AMD Ryzen desktop 3000 series desktop processor contains this package, is compatible with all the 500 series motherboards out of the box, and is compatible as well with the 400 series motherboards when a compatible BIOS update has been installed. So please visit the manufacturer website to the motherboard to verify to support the processor and all basically the BIOS that needs to get all the updates. Yeah guys, so this is what I have to say today. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Even if it is about the processor, I will be more than happy to give all the answers that you are looking for. Because as I said, this was not to explain how the processor works, how is the comparison between the Ryzen 5, Ryzen 3, Ryzen 9, Ryzen 7. No, this is not a CPU comparison. It was just an unboxing of the new processor that I got for myself, for my gaming channel, because somehow I will start recording in a 4K and HDR my gaming, and I needed to have something powerful to be able to actually be useful. So yeah, so I can see that now everything is fine, it's working, is no errors, what is a good sign. Guys, for today that's it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. And guys, thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, if you didn't subscribe this channel, and if you would like to be part of my gaming adventure, please push that button below and as well the bell, because I upload every single week on this channel, plus I do live streams every week. Guys, thank you so much, and see ya in the next video. Thank you for watching, guys.